Hello everyone, I am Jujan Pagal Kalingasyan, and today we're going to discuss about phosphorus cycle. Aside from carbon, nitrogen, and sulfur cycle, the phosphorus cycle is said to be the slowest cycle among the biogeochemical cycles.
When we said about biogeochemical cycles, these are the pathway by which chemical substances move through biotic and abiotic compartments of Earth. Phosphorus is very essential to plants and animals. It keeps the soil limiting for the plants. Phosphorus is also important in the reproduction of the RNA and the DNA. It keeps up the cell membrane and it helps the reproduction of the ATP. There are 4 points when we talk about phosphorus cycle. That includes, first, weathering. Next is absorption. Next is decomposition, and the last would be the sedimentation. Here are the key steps of a phosphorus cycle. First, over time, rain and weathering causes the rocks to release the phosphate iron and other minerals. These inorganic minerals, or phosphate, is then distributed to soil and water by means of erosion.
After that, plants and animals absorb or taking up this phosphate from the soil and water. Plants take up phosphorus through the roots, while animals taking up phosphorus by the means of its diet.
By excretion, animals deposited phosphorus through their waste. Once plants and animals dies, decomposition occurs. It is where organic phosphate will be now deposited into the soil. Within the soil, bacteria breaks down organic matter into inorganic form of phosphorus. This process is called mineralization. Phosphorus in the soil can be end up in waterways and eventually to ocean. Once there, it can be incorporated into sediments over time. This process is what we call sedimentation. Once the sediments building up, it forms into rock, and then the cycles repeats. To sum up all, when you talk about phosphorus cycle, there are only 4 points to consider, and that is weathering, absorption, decomposition, and sedimentation. That will be all. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.